Once upon a time lived a young woman named Zilanna, the most gifted hairstylist anyone had ever seen. Her fingers danced faster than talking drums. Her braids sat so neatly that even the elders admired them. Her styles were fresh, bold, and always ahead of everyone else's imagination. But there was one thing sharper than her talent: her greed.
I say, I am the best hairdresser.
Zilanna loved money with her whole heart. Every coin she earned fed her pride. Every compliment fed her ego. And every customer was just another chance to raise her price. Still, everyone came to her salon because her work was unmatched. One warm morning, a gentle stranger named Eshama arrived in Umuraka. She came from a quiet village to help her aunt open a small provisions shop. She was soft-spoken, respectful, and carried herself with a calm grace. When people saw her, they said, "You must braid your hair at Zilanna's salon. She is the queen of hairstyles." Eshama smiled shyly. She liked looking presentable, so she walked to Zilanna's salon. Inside, the place was buzzing. Beads clicked, combs danced, and women chatted loudly. Zilanna stood in the center like a queen ruling over her kingdom. "Good morning," Eshama greeted politely. "I would like to braid my hair today." Zilanna didn't smile. She simply looked her up and down. "My price for braids today," she said loudly enough for everyone to hear, "is 15 gold coins." The whole salon gasped. Just the day before, the price had been 7. Eshama blinked. 15? That is very high. Zilanna shrugged proudly. "My talent is high too. If you cannot afford me, there are cheaper hands outside town." The women whispered, "Why is she like this? She keeps increasing prices. She wants to empty her pockets." Eshama felt embarrassed, but she needed her hair neat for the shop opening. She nodded gently and sat down. "Fine, I will pay." Zilanna smirked. "Good choice." Zilanna started braiding. Her hands moved like magic, swift, perfect, confident. Eshama sat quietly, her gentle nature shining through. She complimented Zilanna's skill, thanked her several times, and even praised her creativity. But Zilanna only answered with pride, "Yes, yes, I know I'm the best." An hour later, the style was complete. Eshama touched her hair and her eyes lit up. "Wow, this is beautiful. Thank you." Zilanna stretched her hand. 15 coins. Eshama paid without complaint. Before leaving her shop, she said softly, "You are truly talented, Zilanna. But when you become too greedy, people stop admiring the gift." Zilanna rolled her eyes and waved her off arrogantly. The next morning, Umuraka was buzzing, not with praise, but with shock. Zilanna charged a stranger 15 gold coins?
This can't be true!
15 gold coins! How?
People talked about it more than they talked about the rising price of yam.
Her greed has grown wings. She thinks we will forever accept it. She needs to calm down.
By afternoon, the wave of gossip became a flood. Customers stopped coming. Women walked past her salon as if it didn't exist. Even girls who liked watching her braid no longer stood by her window. Zilanna was confused.
Where is everybody?
By the 3rd day, she had 0 customers. By the 5th, she was restless. By the 7th, she knew. Eshama's quiet words were now loud in her mind. One afternoon, while her salon sat painfully empty, a small girl named Noma approached the doorway. Noma was the kind of child who warmed the heart simply by smiling. She was barefoot, carrying a small basket of vegetables her mother sent her to sell. "Good afternoon, Auntie Zilanna," she said softly. Zilanna looked up, surprised anyone even spoke to her. "My school is having a welcome dance tomorrow. Everyone will braid their hair. My mother is too tired to help me, and I was wondering," she hesitated, "if you could braid mine. I don't have money, but..." She held up a small cloth pouch. Inside was a single handmade hair clip carved from smooth wood. "My father made this for me before he traveled," Noma whispered. "It is all I can offer." Zilanna stared at the tiny clip. It was simple, yet meaningful. A child offering her most precious item. Her heart softened in a way she hadn't expected. "Come in, Noma," she said gently. "You don't need to give me anything." Noma's face exploded with joy. She sat down eagerly while Zilanna braided slowly, carefully, almost lovingly. Each plait felt like a reminder of who she used to be before greed swallowed her kindness. When she finished, Noma looked like a princess. "Thank you, Auntie Zilanna," Noma said, hugging her tightly before running home. For the first time in many months, Zilanna's heart felt light.
The next morning, Zilanna opened a salon expecting another empty day, but instead, she found something surprising. 3 women stood outside waiting. "Good morning," they greeted warmly. "We heard what you did for little Noma." "Her hair was so beautiful," one woman added, "and she told everyone you didn't take a single coin." Zilanna blinked. People noticed, people cared. Soon more women came, then more, and by the end of the week, her shop was full again, fuller than ever before. This time, Zilanna smiled genuinely. She treated customers kindly. She set fair prices. She listened. She laughed. She learned. One afternoon, as she braided a customer's hair, she whispered to herself, "Talent brings people close, but kindness keeps them near." She finally understood. So, dear listeners, greed may fill your hands for a moment, but kindness fills your life forever. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to African Tales by Amara for more interesting stories. See you next time.